Today's prompt, which I saw on Instagram, is write a poem to I fully trusted myself. And so, disclaimer, my dishwasher is going off. I'm not about to move. We're just gonna rock out with it and go from there. And yeah. I fully trusted myself when I chose to walk into certain rooms knowing I had already felt the undercurrent the last time. I guess the experiences outweighed the knowledge already obtained, and the benefit of the doubt has put me in more seasons for lessons than blessings, but life is rarely without risk. Risk is required to receive reward for the moments you stepped out of comfort and walked in faith. I learned at 17 the hardest part was truly actually letting go as I bungee jumped for the first time. I know. It was just these flags, but you get up there and pull the cord yourself on the fears telling you no. It was liberating and terrifying, and every bit of less than 1 minute. But while up there, I learned I had the power to just be and unclenched my hand so that my feet fly free, and it worked. This energy carried me a confidence so intriguing that I molded worlds to my dominion. And then, as with all things, you get to that moment where you got to fully trust yourself again, and in trusting myself again, I yet again walked into another moment designed as a lesson that I probably could have avoided had I just followed my intuition. And don't get it twisted. Really, this is just to follow my personal convictions so that you understand that on some days I make decisions that often look like mistakes later to be revealed as blessings, because I often walk the long way, the hard way, and take roads less traveled. So I have battled my fair share of hardships, and it has left me, well, enlightened. I give thanks to the days where the lesson expressed the pieces I was missing within the beauty of life, getting caught up in the injustices of it all, and but that was my perspective, and in my perspective, I learned that sometimes, just sometimes, the lesson you can only arrive at is that sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you want it. Things you dreamed about just doesn't happen. The desire you screamed about just out of reach, because life is always about lessons, and some of the hardest lessons come from the disconnections to things we loved most. And to be honest, this is where so many miss a step, because it's easy to get lost again in the injustice of the defeat experience, because while you're in it, you cannot even fathom the bigger picture. But there is a bigger picture, a picture so grand that they drop millions to sit in its realm, and that's what I mean. We get so focused on the loss that we can't even feel the win, and yet that's life. The lesson in letting go, that some things, many things, most things come into your life as an experience and nothing more. And when it's time to go, it's time to go, because there's a purpose elsewhere, and it's a freedom in that logic. The best things cannot be contained, because experiencing its essence of reality and authenticity is often just, again, experiencing the moment. Not watered down to be consumable, but exposed to be magnificent. And here I was thinking this was just going to be another Tuesday, but see, like today, the fact that you woke up should have been your first celebration, because it's a blessing. And sometimes circumstances feel like a curse. But in the moment, looking at the bigger picture, imagine doing life with someone willing to take the whip for you, willing to get hit for you, die with you. I know deeply morbid, but sacrifice experienced in reality exposes the depth of value that we often take for granted, and many cannot understand it. So, yeah, I digress. But the way I moved when I fully trusted in myself was the gift delayed in the lesson for showing up first as love and never shying away as love, because it was all I had to give, and it looked different on different days, but it was the thing I leaned in with the most, because regardless of each lesson attached to navigating life, the harvest was worth the storms experienced. And even as I got better, I learned to stand in the center and let the lightning dance around me unafraid. I had walked in seasons meant to destroy me. I was no longer afraid of the lesson or the blessing, because it was the freedom in knowing that time one day would slow for me too. Time one day would say, "Hey, Janelle, you did your thing, but let's go. I gotta grab someone else on the way out. Your moment is now. So are you kicking and screaming, or are you going to flow your way out?" because life feels better when you appreciate that this moment, it will never last forever.